Welcome to the best rides at Alton Towers. This park features some amazing rides such as a Smiler, Rita, just for you Dan, and a permanently broken Enterprise. Well done! Which is going to be my number one? Who knows? Also, just a heads up, this is my opinion, so don't hate my very controversial list, especially when you see the legendary roller coaster from the Octonauts is not on my list. Feel free to list your top 10 down below. I'll read every comment on this video, no matter whether it's after Thorpe Park's next roller coaster or in 10,000 years into the future, when Alton Towers has a 360-foot RMC. Now let's just dive into it. Enjoy! At number 10, we have Spinball Whizzer, the worst of the mouse spinning coasters in the UK, but still an enjoyable ride. There's no sensation like being on Spinball and having all your limbs crushed inside a bloody big pinball machine. I just wish that they would replace it with a better kind of spinning ride, that has a lower crapacity and more thrills, as the queues are shocking for how bad the ride is. At number 9, we have Hex, the Legend of the Towers. In all honesty, I've only done this ride once, and about 5 years ago at that. The final room is the best of its kind, and very impressive. The immersion of entering the towers is impressive, especially as it never actually goes into the towers, but a separate building. I remember enjoying this ride, but I cannot place it higher or lower without a re-ride. At number 8, there is the Digital Dan roller coaster, Rita. I feel bad placing a major roller coaster at the park here, but this is just an embarrassment anyway, so I guess it's fair. This launch doesn't feel too big, and it doesn't even succeed at being the Queen of Speed, as a certain ride higher on the list goes faster than it. This ride is boring, rough at the end, as well as having a launch cable that snaps every millisecond. In all honesty, just remove this and replace it with an Intamin Blitz that weaves in and out of Rita and 13's area, and we can move on. Now here my controversial opinions start to begin, because at number 7 we have Duel, the Haunted House Strikes Back. Now I have to confess that I have only queued up twice for this ride, however when I last went on it, it was the funniest ride I have ever had on any ride. Basically, I had a quantum styled error, where there was an error that the ride couldn't stop. I remember going round and round at least 3 times, and it was the funniest ride I've ever had on anything. Next time I doubt it would even make this list though, but for now, screw you Toon Blaster. From here on out, all the rides are the Secret Weapon roller coasters. At number 6, I have placed Oblivion, the fastest ride at Towers, reaching 68 miles per hour. This also has the best drop on any UK roller coaster, and is easily the scariest ride at Towers. So why is Oblivion here? It just doesn't really do anything after the drop and tunnel. The amount of time you're on the brake run is shocking for how short of a ride this is. In its defense, Oblivion has some fun 90s theming and a great soundtrack. This also was my first ride at Towers, so I have a soft spot for it. We have reached halfway, and at number 13 is 5. No, at number 5 is 14? I'm just kidding, it's 13. This ride is so underappreciated and underrated. It's the best queue at Towers. We love that Tesla. And also the section after the drop track, sorry, spoiler warning, the section after the drop track is 5-star. I wish it did more before the drop track, but I would say it's worth it to see the faces of those who don't know about the drop. Plus it has a launch. Another controversial ride. What is that? 3 in a row? 4 in a row? And number 4, we have Galactica. Most people rank it about 6th or 7th, but I love the flying sensation. True, it is not intense, nor that fast, but it's probably the most fun ride to do at Towers. I want to experience some more of these flying machines, to see how intense they really can get. But this coaster succeeds at what it is trying to do, to make you feel like you are really flying through the trees. Please don't hate me, this is still one of the best rides in the UK. At number 3 we have Nemesis. I've just started a war in the comments. This ride can be ridiculously intense, and when travelling through the trenches, you do really feel like your feet are going to crash against the rocks. Most people would rank this at second or first, but I just can't. Maybe after the retrack I can reevaluate this ride, but for now it will stay at number 3. Okay, number 2. We have the Wickerman, the best themed roller coaster in the UK, to the point where the statue is semi-cloned by another Merlin park in Germany, Heide Park. But this ride rocks. The roller coaster section may not be too intense or insane, but the complete package, as it's called, makes this ride what it is. This is also the third family ride at Alton Towers, where larger levels of violence are featured. Here, you literally are sacrificed. This ride is the best family ride in the UK, or any family ride I've done, ever, and deserves the second place on the list. Number 1. We have finally reached it, which puts a huge smile on my face. You probably could have guessed it from my channel name, and from how it's not come up yet. Because at number 1, we have the Smiler. This is such a good ride, and easily the best we have in the UK. Get wrecked, Icon fans! I may have loved it since I rode it for the first time in early 2017, but this ride has only got smoother and smoother. I have always been corrected to love this ride, and I think this idea, becoming less controversial now than before. It may be a little rough towards the end, but with the darkest themed roller coaster in the world, do you actually want a 100% smooth ride? And to those who say that Tor is a better Gerstlauer, just how? I don't get you guys. So there we go. I wonder how my list stacks up against other fellow YouTubers. Remember, this is just my opinion, so I will be different to all of you, especially when it comes to a certain shooting ride. Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and remember to hit subscribe, as I'll be posting at random intervals but frequently over the next few weeks. The next set of videos will be less generic, don't worry. Outro.